2. Hellcats versus K's Krew. Some NT drama going on to start the season off. What would USL be without a little bit of drama? Looks like Mike C might get to play. I think they're doing 7s. Are they doing 7 versus 7, Eric, or are they trying to do 8 versus 8?
They're still trying to figure things out at the moment.
Okay. Well, we'll hold off on the rosters here for a minute. I think they're deciding if Mike C should be able to play, though according to Rule 2.5, he should be able to, so we'll see where that goes. What do you expect from the game this week, Yosh?
So I think Hellcats should be able to be somewhat competitive here. K's Krew, they have a lot of NT sitting at spec right now. A lot of the players that you would want, like ER, GIF, Ernie, and Pandy. But this week they're showing a little bit of a weaker lineup. You got Neg the God in, who just likes, all he does is win apparently. DP's getting a little playtime in, Chica's in there, and then you got my main man Kaga there as well. So I think final score will probably be K's Krew 60, Hellcats right about 45. I hope, hopefully.
Yo, why am I not allowed to play?
Oh God.
Who is this? You are allowed to play. I'm waiting for backs to agree to NTs to see if K's Krew 2 can use their 8th player.
Okay.
So anyway, back to where we were at. So that's what I think the final score of this should be, but right around 60-45, somewhere right there. With, I think, I'm gonna go ahead and say, Kaga's gonna get most kills in this game. What do you think, Becca? What do you think the score is gonna end up being?
I think, yeah, I do think either they're going to be Kaga or Kevin most kills. I don't know. I think it could be a little bit further away. I think ideally, if Hellcats plays perfectly, I think you're probably right. But I think there's going to be some dumb deaths. Jokers Are Wild is, the worst player in USL history, so he's bound to have some really bad deaths. But also, backs could open up a couple really, really good plays with sniping Chica or Neg or DP. Stavidon's a great medic, but when I snipe in SPs, I do see him catch a few snipes, so that could happen as well. So those could be game changers. But I'm looking at the score probably. It's going to probably flood at the end, I think. Those garbage time minutes, I'm going to say 85-36 K's Krew.
Okay. Well, so we got an interesting development here. So Hellcats, 8 versus 8. Mike C's in now. But K's Krew, do they have an 8th? Is this going to be a 7v8 match?
No,
That-
so
Oh, okay. So L
I was
Jinx
going to
is
say,
now in.
yeah. Because L Jinx falls into the same rule as Mike C, right? Because
Sure.
yes, he left the squad and joined back, but it's the same squad, and he was joined before week 1, so.
So that's a little troubling just because he left after the week 1 matches were played out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Does
Does it
that make
actually
sense?
specify in the rule?
Not really, but I made that judgment call.
I guess
Alright.
interpretation-wise, I mean, the thing is too. Obviously, we don't want to be biased towards players, but allowing L Jinx through that rule as opposed to ER is certainly a different discussion, I believe. So I think interpretation-wise.
Well, I just think that because, he was on the squad and then came back in, it's fine.
Yeah, I think it should be fine too. Not saying anything bad about L Jinx, but yeah, kind of obviously up to interpretation there. And with all the drama today, it's probably better to just get them in there, so we can have an 8 versus 8, and it is season 1 after all.
So the beginning roster for Hellcats is Babel, Carlos Hathcock, Thorsberg, Ghost, Jokers Are Wild, Lyric, Nivy, and that dude. For K's Krew, you have Chica, Kaga, Kevin, L Jinx, Mercy, -0, Prince, and Stavidon. Hopefully the game will be going underway pretty quick here. What do you think the first fight's going to look like, Mecca?
South. It's Apollo's map, so it's going to be down near Weed. Hellcats is going to, push up to the edge of the rocks on South, and K's Krew will hold Weed. Although Kevin might want to change things up because he's going to try to look to stat pad after what we did to the poor Hellcats last week. So he might try to go north and flank them and try to get some early kills and get them on the run early so they can get a little kills. Now the question is, do you think Jinx on K's Crew or Ghost on Hellcats changes anything? Mike C led last week apparently. Does he help Lyric lead here?
Yeah, I think so. I actually think it's pretty like Mike C's more important than Jinx is to K's Crew. I think Mike C adds a lot to Hellcats. Actually, he actually knows what to do, and like a lot of these players are new or coming back to USL, so him just being there, knowing what to do, could kind of help Lyric out. Because Lyric's actually pretty decent leader, all in all considering. Might be a little bit rusty on this map, but he's pretty solid.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, any good leader needs somebody else vocal on the other team. So if it's Lyric main leading, Mike C can speak up on flank. Every good squad has that. Like our current squad, you have myself, Eric, who can all help Sav on different flanks and stuff. So I think that's a really underrated part of leading. So I do think that Ghost is more valuable than Jinx. As far as skill wise, they're probably pretty close, but just the impact on leading and being vocal in chat.
Now, what I want to see here from Hellcats, I actually want to see them kind of camp more towards their side of the map, kind of like what they're doing here. And I want to put them in position to have backs open up the fights for them to stop K's Crew from pushing. I think if they can do that, then they're going to have a lot of success here. And
Agreed.
let's take a look and see what we got. Oh, here we go. We're about to have the first fight. And this is kind of what I want to see from these guys, right? I want to see backs getting a lot of shots off here and then be able to hopefully pick one off. Lyric's in a bad spot, though. He's about to go down. See, this is bad for them. And they needed to get vision over north here, but hopefully NFVI can hold them off long enough to be able to pick off somebody here.
Yeah, so the issue was Mike C was north, left of plus there, but he didn't have vision. I don't know if they caught him at a wrong time. I wasn't really watching him, but I don't know if they caught him at the wrong time or what happened, but if he was a little bit closer, I think they could have avoided Lyric dying there.
Yeah, this isn't bad for Hellcats. I know they're down 2 right now, but if they could stabilize for about 10 seconds here, they're going to be able to get respawns back and they could actually have an even fight.
If Mike C lives here, I think they're good.
That's asking a lot from him here, so he's in a bad spot. NFVI might go down here. Nope. So this is actually kind of bad here because like they gave up the south completely. So what I think K's Crew, if they notice this, they're going to shift people all the way underneath and then be able to cage them in. Yeah, that's happening right now.
Mercy are under Doris, and Doris is completely oblivious.
Yeah, then he has no clue what's about to happen. Like they're about to get mopped up here, right? And that was that's like one of the things that you actually need to do is just actually hold your ground here. Like they sent everybody up north, and honestly, they gave backs 0 time to work. Like if you're gonna play with a nader and a sniper, you got to kind of hold your angles here.
That's what I was going to say too. The only issue on this map, having a nader and a sniper, is that nader and sniper like different areas on this map. So Niffy is great on this area. You can spam nades over the rocks, but Bax only has so many angles here.
Yeah.
He has to, miss the railroad spikes, miss the rocks. Oh, Doris, Kevin, first death for K's Crew. That's to be expected, I would say.
Yeah, let's see. I want to see Hellcats actually push on them now to see if they can't catch up a couple kills. Because all in all, they're actually not that far behind here.
No, not at all. I don't know why they're not being more aggressive.
Mike C needs to take a med and just go up north, right?
Yep.
Flank these guys off. That dude, leave NFVI to hold down south, and everybody push into the center. Right, and just try and get back some of these kills that they needed to get, because now they're sitting at a fight to where it's 6-1, and they had advantage there. They should have pressed that advantage, and they really didn't. They were more passive and just kind of looked to chill, and now they're looking at the group. So I don't know how that's going to play out for them. Maybe what they're going to do is they're all going to go south and try and ball up, but I doubt it given what Doris is doing. He's heading up north right now. But I think if they just ball up, like, it's going to end up real bad.
Yeah. I don't really know why they'd all be going south here. They should pull back to that rock. Looks like they're going to here. Perfect. The unfortunate thing about the NT as well, if Torch plays today, I think they have that a little bit more. I think he probably takes over main leading. and it's probably going to be a little different because Torch is also one who will grab those angles as well. So it's a little unfortunate they can't use him today and have to use somebody like Jaw instead.
Yeah, I mean, the problem would be though is like if you add in Torch, then you get to add in TG, you get to add in Raver, you get to add in Pandy, and that's just not a fair trade.
Oh, Eldrain's down.
Let me just say, Bax did agree to NTs. So this is a lineup.
Oh,
That both captains agreed to NTs. I have the screenshot of him saying yes in chat,
Wow.
and this is what we got.
oh, okay.
Interesting development.
Well then,
That's why we have Mike Pereira, aka Demon, in this.
oh, Mercy should have went down to that nade there. There we go. Good snipe, Bax.
Bax heating up. 2
Now,
kills
see-
that last battle.
This is what I want to see them do the entire time. Just stay on this side of the map, make K's crew come and force the action, and then they picked up 3 kills there, 3-2. They're slowly crawling themselves back into this game.
I think a big issue here too is Kevin is taking this a little too cocky, right? Because what happens if Infantry Horror Story and K's Crew are tied at the end of the season? It goes by rating, which is kill death. We know that Infantry Horror Story already beat Bax's squad by a decent margin. I think they beat him by like 40 or something. So if Hellcats keeps this low because Kevin didn't want TG and Ernie and everybody in, does it affect playoff standings at the end of the year?
It could, and that could make all the difference.
Because Jaws down.
Yeah, I think he got stuck underneath Reed here.
Thing I noticed on Hellcats too is, obviously they have some new players as well, but they don't block for their meds a lot. Like, as you can see, Babel is just getting streamed out, and the top team's not even laying suppressing fire. They're just kind of
they're all
down here, I would imagine. Babel and Lyric, yeah.
Mercy might die here. Oh,
I don't know how that didn't hit him. Kind of curved around him.
Yeah.
See, now they're stuck in a really bad spot. Now Doris and Jaw and Back should not go in here. I don't know. See, now Jaw's probably dead here.
Yeah, and they got to minimize their deaths. That's one of the problems that Hellcats has the most is they don't minimize their deaths. If you look at all the good squads, man, Bax is putting in work right now. But a lot of the better squads, what they'll do is they'll minimize their deaths. Right? You may lose a fight, but instead of getting 6 to 8 deaths, it's more like 3 or 4. At the end of the game, that makes a ton of difference because think if you cut down 4 deaths from each fight, right? We could be looking at 9-5 instead of 15 to 5.
Exactly right. And I think a lot of the good squads do that. They have people who are selfless and understand, like, if I can distract these 3 people for 30 seconds, 2 other people can get out.
Yeah.
And you can't really, you can try to teach that, but it's kind of like an instinct thing. So you don't see it a lot on the lower tier squads.
And you have all 6 of them down here for some reason. Well, Kevin's just gonna go underneath you guys, make a cross angle, and this whole fight's about to end up bad.
And the only body watching bottom is Babel.
Yeah, and it here it is. Jaw's dead here. Right?
Yep.
Like,
I don't know what Niffy's shooting at. He's not a bad player in pub. Oh, Kevin dead again?
Oh,
Kevin
there we go.
Yep.
So now they need to collapse on them.
Yep. Bax needs another pick up top. They're sending 3 people after Negi the God. I'm not sure why. Top instead of helping that middle team.
It's Neg, dude.
He's defecating wins.
He is defecating wins right now. Mercy took a big shot there. He's almost dead here.
And see, here's the thing about Sniper too. Oh, Chica down again. The thing about Sniper here is Bax needs to just go in there and suicide. You can't just stay with no ammo. Die early while you have there you go, perfect.
There
That's
you
a
go,
perfect
good
death.
death. That's a really good death from him
That's a
because
smart death.
now he's loaded up again. Now, if I'm Hellcats, I'm just looking to play on my side of the map for another 20 minutes. Let them keep coming to me, right? Hopefully these guys are learning. You got to take the south angle on this map. If you don't take the south angle on this map, everything starts to fall apart from there. Multiple times now they've had like 6 people in the center, and then they just get flanked, and then it's shock Pikachu face when they lose that fight. If they just cleaned up a lot of the little mistakes, this game would be so much closer than what it is right now.
100% agree, and they're waiting on Weed. Kaga's waiting till he sees the whites in his eyes, but he's afraid of Niffy. I wonder if they saw them move there. If they had the wherewithal to.
Where did Mike C die at? Oh, Mike
Top
C
of
died
bridge
over.
by himself.
Okay, well, you
Oh,
know.
wow. That's
Alright.
an Uzo flank.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
He died at
I mean-
G4. The rest of the team was bottom of G6. Interesting development there.
Yeah, I mean, Nagy's out there defecating wins once again, you know.
Interesting to see that K's Crew's not pushing on that harder. If you kill Mike C at the top of Ridge, you'd think they'd be more aggressive, but they kind of took forever. Now they're just going up Ridge now.
I actually expected K's Crew to kind of like be pushing the tempo more than what they're doing right now.
Again, I think he could if, TG and Ernie were in, but
But at the
he
same
doesn't
time, you
have his
gotta.
top spot in.
But at the same time, you gotta make sure that everybody gets to play. You know.
Agreed.
So this is a perfect time for a lot of the other players to get their feet wet, so to speak, and just kind of get in there and have some fun. But I think they need to start putting the pressure on a little more than what they're doing now.
Yeah, it's 17-9 with 18:30 left in the game. This is going to be a lot lower scoring than people think.
Yeah,
People would have thought.
Hellcats is within one fight. Like if they make a clean fight here, if they could somehow trap them into their side of the base, and then just clean wipe them, Bax gets a good pick on a med, and they just collapse on them. This is within one fight. So
I think the interesting thing here is too. Kevin's obviously leading. Who's making the call? Other calls? Is Kaga talking on the flank, or is somebody talking with Kevin? I've heard multiple reports on SBs with K's Crew that it's kind of radio silent if Kevin's not talking. So, especially with none of the more vocal people like Dave in, or any of the new NTs, I wonder if anybody's talking aside from Kevin. Probably DP here and there, but
I'd figure Kaga's gonna chime in a little bit here. I hear Neg doesn't stop talking. Maybe it's a little maybe it's a little bit of an overload on that point. So.
yeah.
Oh, we got
just let
interesting
Neg lead.
development.
What's this?
Torch going to be coming in at 15.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I like that.
I mean, hey, they're setting him up. Eight kill game, and you're bringing in. I mean, he's by far their best player.
Oh yeah, no, all props to Torch for joining up with Hellcats. Man, that's awesome to see. He was just on K's Crew. He could be playing with Man U or any of the other squads, but he chose to play with Hellcats to really help out Bax this season. So I got nothing bad to say about that.
Absolutely, it reminds me of when Saab was on Tickle Party. He was, clearly the best player on the squad.
Oh, Kevin hit. Kevin down, and now we push. Now we push, boys.
Now we push, boys. Let's go. Yep,
there
we
go.
go.
Through the building.
Nice
Claire,
law,
please
nice
go
law.
through the building. There we go. Cut them off and then continue pushing down underneath them. Pick off Mercy here, and then we're within one fight of this, but it's got to happen quick.
Yep. Bax needs to hit Chica here if he can. I don't know if he has the angle on her though.
All right,
That would be huge.
if they get past this rock, we're just gonna fall.
Yeah, top team already got out though, so they could converge on south here, but they're just so slow.
Yeah, they're really thinking about what they're doing instead of already just doing it, right? Like.
Yep, and now they have the east angle on them, and they cannot push. They do have Niffy underneath. Oh, he hits the wall. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Niffy had a nice flank, and he hit the wall with his 40.
Yeah, I mean, if he would have been a Marine, that would have worked out 10 times better, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, you really want Nivi up there with the main group to be able to hold off some of these pushes instead of solo flanking around.
I will say this is a pretty nice fall from Hellcats here. Babel needs to get out, though.
Yeah,
Doris and Jaw push back in, and they're probably dead now.
They're probably dead here, right?
Yeah, that's some good focus fire there with Neg and Kevin and Mercy.
Yeah, that's good here. They just need to get out of here and just save the deaths at this point because they're still within 1.5 battles. right? But if they lose Bax, they lose Babel, they lose Mike C, they lose that dude here, then that goes up to 2 fights, right? And that's a lot harder to climb out from. But if somehow, like, this is not good. So that dude's gonna die saving Bax, looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate series of deaths there. Good thing is they're still at their base, so K's crew might overstay their welcome here.
I mean,
Like,
Nibby
Kevin could die here.
Yeah, Nibby needs to pick up some kills here. Mike C's doing a good job by getting the angle and watching for the flank that they know is coming, right? So hopefully they could get some exit kills. This is where you need to shoot a couple of lulls and see if you can't get a pick here or there.
Oh, and there we go. We got Torch in for Jaw. I mean, you
Okay,
get a bigger
yeah.
swing than that.
Yeah, that's
For
huge.
Hellcats, that's huge.
I mean, Jaw had a little bit of a rough game right there. You know, he tried his best, but you know he was going down constantly first within the fights. So Torch coming in should add a lot of firepower that these guys actually need.
Agreed, and I'm assuming he's going to be talking on Discord. I don't know if he's going to take over the leading for Lyric or what he's going to be doing, but it's definitely huge. Jaw only 0-3, not bad. I mean, they've kept this game pretty low. It's
Yeah,
24-10, a little over halfway through.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hellcats learned a lot from the week 1 match versus Team 4-Star. I think they learned a little bit that, you know what, let's not go out there and, you know, just keep running into them. Let's actually regroup, take our time, and pick our fights.
Yeah, and not to choose KS10 against a squad that's better than you. I mean, we just sat at the rape lines all day. Apollo's map has so many more obstacles by the rape lines.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaw says, I can't handle 3 people leading. Maybe there's too much talking.
Whoa.
Hellcats Discord, now I'm expecting that.
So right here, I want to, Torch is doing, if their team can hold on, Torch has an amazing flank here. Please push back and help him.
Oh, he just streamed Negi. If he gets Babel over top, he can take Eldrinks here.
This whole Marine team can die up here if they can get this in there. Boom.
Oh, there we go.
There's Kevin down.
There's Kevin.
Neg's about to go down too.
Stavion, no energy. Eldrinks got cut off by that nade.
Lyric,
There's
yeah.
Eldrinks.
There you go. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Good fall and then just come back. And sometimes that's all it takes to win a battle is one person doing the right thing at the right time to draw fire away. And then you can go ahead and make that push. Because this whole South team should die here from now. Like you take down Chica, you get Mercy here. For
Chica
free.
should be dead here.
Yep, make this clean. No deaths. Nice. Beautiful.
The only thing I would pick about this battle is it was Neg and Stavion over top. If Babel went with Torch there, I think they probably kill him. Babel like backed up to heal Bax, but Bax doesn't need a heal in the back sniping. You know, if they just push with Torch in. Although they still could get a couple kills here. There's Mercy down, yeah, there you go.
There it is. Now
Bax,
we're within 9. Like
25-14, 12 minutes.
We're clawing back, and it kind of makes me wonder how this game would have went if Torch would have been in the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to keep bragging on Jaws. I mean, I don't, but going from Jaws to Torch, you know, vocally, skillfully, pushing the right chokes, falling when you need to fall, just all those callouts and all that skill difference is just huge.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Jeff is now in for next. That's a huge upgrade.
Wow. Negi benched.
Yeah,
After all those SBs.
I mean,
Kevin showing his true colors?
You can only defecate so hard, you know? So, Jeff in for Neg is pretty huge upgrade. We're going to see who else gets to come in.
Yeah, I mean, they're still holding their base. They could do another sub, but Hellcats is right there knocking on the door, so.
That's a little risky from Doris. Oh, he picks him off, though. I like the aggression. Doris is a guy that I'm really interested in. He comes from subspace, and I've seen some of the plans that he's drawn up, and I'm pretty impressed by him. Like, you can tell he's thinking about the game, which is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, for somebody who's pretty new to USL, a lot of them don't really think. They kind of just get in, die, you know, repeat that for 10 seasons or whatever. But Doris is already, you know, in MS Paint, drawing up plays and reviewing the tape on the weekends and everything. So I think he could turn out to be a serviceable player.
Oh yeah, like if you put the work in and learn and just, you know, get around guys that are a little bit better than you and know a little bit more, you'll pick it up pretty quick.
Yeah, I remember probably 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Eric and I were in NTing for Hellcats versus Case Crew, and we were leading them. And Doris had a pretty good game. He had a couple opening kills even. I think, he could be in consideration for Cave Beast. I don't throw around that lightly, but at some point he could be a Cave Beast.
I would agree with that. As long as I would like to see Doris actually just not lead for a little bit and focus on his own individual skill and let Lyric and Torch really just take over because those are the guys that's got the experience.
Yep.
You know?
Nice snipe. Ooh, backsit stop there. That might have been it. Let's see what Torch does on the bottom here. This is a bad angle from Bax, I think. Yeah, because you can't really shoot around your team there.
DP's got an angle on Lyric here, but Lyric's about to go down.
Ghost has to push up on DP there.
Yeah, he's got to stop them from pushing.
Let's see, you got Doris Burke versus Colossal on the top too.
Like, this is kind of a bad angle for K's crew. Yeah, Kevin's gonna go down here. L-Jinx is low, and FEI is about to kill him. Or Ghost should kill.
Mike C. Come on, finish him off. One more bullet. One more bullet.
Oh no, Mike C. Push into him if you got
Torch gets Mercy on the bottom there. I don't know why Mercy and Stavs pushed there.
We need all these kills here, guys.
Yep.
Like, if we get 2 more we're within 1 fight almost. So
now I wonder if, Bax could maybe pick up Cog on the top.
nah, he's getting
Prince
the
is
shot.
low. Prince just got streamed. DP is about 1 HP over there on the ridge, but Bax cannot hit a shot here. Maybe he hits us here. Let's see.
Oh,
barely
close.
missed. Damn, Jeff said he didn't want to snipe because the homies need him.
Whoa.
A little panic, maybe? They brought him in as a Marine instead of snipe. He's been sniping past, 2 weeks in SBs?
Yeah,
He's playing Marine today.
Woof.
Is he afraid of Bax, or is Kevin afraid of Hellcats?
I mean,
That's the question.
Could be a little bit of both. Maybe Kevin's afraid of back sniping Jeff.
Yeah, probably. Oh, Mike, you can't die there.
Oh, it's nice.
Just throw your nades. Get Torch a heal, somebody.
Yeah, Torch picks up a kill on L-Jinx. Mike C has a bad death there, but that's okay.
That's the thing with Mike C too, he's got some talent, but I think just playing on bad squads over the years, he's just used to suiciding and, trying to pick up kills when he can, where the smart thing there is to, that dude? Nope, he lived it. The smart thing there is just let your team kill the guy. Don't
shoot Kevin, he's low. Yeah, like...
Oh, Doris. Ooh, Doris ate that in the face.
Kevin hit again. Like, Bax is hitting snipes, but he's hitting them in spots that his team cannot capitalize on.
Right.
Now, this is where we need to kill them here. Like, we need to keep vision on them. Nivy needs to push up a little bit here and stop them from actually just hard pushing into that choke.
And
now
he didn't, and I don't know what that was on the left side. We had Doris, that dude, Babel, Niffy, Bax, and they just watched Lyric get pushed. And now Torch is going to get pinched up here on the top as well.
Yeah, like they gave that angle. Like they had the right idea. It's just the execution was pretty awful.
Yeah. You have to hold the bottom of the ridge there. You can't just let them push up on that team.
Yeah, and that's kind of the problem I see in Hellcats is they're a little bit tentative, and they're letting K's crew dictate the fight, right? Like you're as the weaker squad, you can dictate where the fights are going to be every single time. So take that advantage, make them push into your chokes and angles. Like here, this is a good choke and angle for them to push into as long as they're holding, and they get somebody to watch over the top. Right?
Yeah, because Kevin's flying over the top right now. Of plus, we have Lyric matching. But I agree, yeah, pull back into these angles. These are really good angles. Hope your nader and sniper can do something.
Yeah, and, just spread out a little bit. Have one person watch the bottom, one person watch the top. Oh, this is not going to go good because they're going to get flanked. They're trying to fall here, but now it's just going to fall apart.
Yeah, they had 5 people under plus. They needed, the nader in plus maybe. LJX maybe? No.
Yeah.
They need the nader in plus. They don't need 5 underneath. Bax needs to be getting the angle. They're not trying to snipe underneath. Torch has a law. Nope. Let's see if he pushes stop here. Oh, he's loading.
Now, Hellcats has played pretty good up until that fight. Actually, I think that was
I
the
agree.
one clean fight that K's crew really had versus them. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to recover from here. If they're just going to explode, or if they're going to continue to try and claw their way back into this fight.
Completely agree. This is kind of we were talking pregame here about the garbage time kills. This is where I expected Kevin's squad to kind of make up that difference because now back squad is not going to care as much. They're down 21 with 5 minutes to go, 40-19 K's crew. So do they just kind of get loose and just do whatever, stop leading, or do they try to keep it tight and try to keep it low? I'm thinking with Torchin, they try to keep it low because he doesn't want Hellcats to be embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what you should be trying to do. I think. I mean, don't let them stat pad you. You played a good game for about 25 minutes. Don't let it fall apart now.
Yeah, just for morale too for the rest of the season. You might not win a game this season, but hey, you didn't get blown out by K's crew. Just little wins like that.
Yeah, I mean, when I was on bottom tier squads, I mean, shoot, I've been on squads where we didn't win a game the entire season. It sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? We always kept it competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's all you could really ask for is just to learn. And then next season, maybe join up with somebody. A couple of these guys can get on better squads.
Of course, yeah. Oh, Kevin, maybe?
Oh, Kevin's dead here.
Kevin. A lot of nades at
Oh,
Kevin.
wow.
Wow.
Kevin makes it through. I didn't know you could fit through that little tiny angle there. He must have been, doing his Zumba, to get through that rock.
Yeah, and here we go with the explosion of kills here. Torch needs to get this left angle. You can't just give Jeff free angle. I know there's a lot of he misses that law too.
Yeah, I think the game really turned around when Jeff gave in for Neg.
Yeah, Torch picks up Mercy there.
Jokers says, if I had aimbot, everyone would be destroyed.
I don't really care. I'm in spec, he says. Jaw also claims he's won championships. I don't know if that's true.
I think I think he has a championship. I think it was on New Beginning back in the day.
Oh, the 40-year-olds when we were all 12. Yeah, that makes sense.
The plumbers.
The plumbers.
As they've been named. So, but I think that's when I know Jokers was involved in some of those squads back in the day and everything. And
yeah, you might be right. I thought he was on Ground Zero / Nuts with a Z, but he might have snuck on to New Beginning one of these years.
Yeah, I think so. And the thing is, Jokers used to be a really, really good player. At least serviceable. I don't know what's happened. We could speculate what's happened then, but I don't want to put the personal business out there. But but if we just focused up a little bit, we could return and actually be a serviceable player.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. I don't see him on his list, but these early season squad lists aren't very complete, so
yeah,
I'm not sure if he was on New Beginning. It starts at season 4, so I think they won season 2 as well, so he might have snuck on there.
Yeah, or I think he was on Nuts with Harry Dust or Ground Zero or one of those iterations of that squad where they won. Yeah, Lyric goes down here. There's only a minute left. K's crew's going to be trying to push for kills. What do you think this game turned around, Mecca?
I want to say Jeff Neg, but Neg wasn't doing bad. I think it's just kind of a war of attrition at this point. When you have more talent, eventually it wins out. It sounds cliche to say, but over time, the talent's going to win. You can't keep this game close the entire time.
Yeah.
There's going to be cracks in the system. And as good as Torch was when he came in, the issue is then you're actually making plays. Whereas before they were keeping it close because they weren't leaving their base. But Torch is like, I want to win, guys. So you kind of swing for that win. You try to hit a homer. You try to tie it up, and then you find yourself out of position because Hellcats aren't used to pushing this.
Oh, Payday has been subbed in for DP at less than a minute. I'm not gonna say what Pandia said. You guys can read that for yourself there.
No, I'm not reading that one aloud.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone, as they would say.
Oh, let's see, a couple kills here at the end. Or Spurk picks up one, Lyric picks up one. Let's see. Looks like Kaga's gonna end up the game as the leader, 14-1. Mercy 10-6, Kevin 8-7.
Good game
About to
from
be over 54-28 K's Krew.
good game from Kaga there.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff, does he die at the buzzer? Oh, he lives.
Yes.
Sabudine dies though. He picks up the late death. So that final score ends up being 55-29 K's Krew.
With your MVP being
right.
Chica.
MVP Chica, interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't think MVPs matter anymore. Do they? Do they even go into ratings, or I don't know what they even do, so
I have no
doesn't
clue.
really matter. Just who hasn't got an MVP lately, I think, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Well, I'd like to thank you, Mecca, for commentating this match with me, and we look forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Good game, both squads, and glad they kept it close.